Hello, welcome back to another anime art video. My name is Dennis and I'm a beginner artist, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing Goku. Goku. Okay, this episode is apparent. Like, this episode makes it so apparent on what Goku is all about, right? Goku will say definitively, he'll say to the kids, the Trunks says, "Oh, you might even be stronger than my dad." Goku says, "Well, I don't know about that. Your dad is pretty fierce, right?" When Goku knows that he's definitively stronger with Super Saiyan 2, and then when Piccolo talks to Goku about whether or not Goku could beat Boo in his Super Saiyan 3 form, Goku says he doesn't know if he can, but also this is an enemy that, because he said that he's not going to be here forever, because he knows that he has to go back to the overworld or the underworld or whatever. He has to go back to otherworld is what they call it. Otherworld. He has to go back there. So he wants to train up the next generation in order to defeat the enemies that he won't be there to defeat. There's going to be stronger enemies, and Goku's goal was to make people that can hold that position while he's gone, because there's no guarantee that he'd come back. So he wants to make people that are, strong enough to do this task or this deed, right? But I can tell you this, guess what? If Goku can make Goten and Trunks strong enough to fight against Boo, then Goku is the reason that Gohan was strong enough to fight Cell. I want people to realize what goes on throughout the show. People just think that all because the show was telling us that Gohan had all this potential, that he'd be able to access the potential without a specific catalyst. He needs somebody to draw out that potential. If he doesn't have somebody to draw out that potential, it's just potential, right? And he's a Saiyan. All Saiyans have more potential. Like, we're not going to sit here and act as if like their power is not like has no cap. Like, their power has no cap. It literally goes up to, let's say, 100. They take damage. Now it can go up to 250. You see what I'm saying? Like, they have no cap on their power. So all of them have potential. And you're telling me, yeah, Gohan might have more potential than Goku, but Goku has a lot of potential. If we were to compare all Saiyans' potential to each other, Goku would have the second most potential out of all of them. And I know people are going to be like, no, what about Trunks and what about Goten? You're not going to count them because the story writer told us that the further along a line goes, the more the easier it would be for them to achieve Super Saiyan form. So the more S cells you have in your system, the better you'd have at going to that form. So if Goku and Vegeta had never achieved Super Saiyan, then their kids would not be able to achieve it. And so Goku being able to go Super Saiyan 2 by the time that he has Goten would obviously mean that his next son will be able to achieve Super Saiyan earlier. Same thing with Gohan, right? But because Gohan saw uh Goku go Super Saiyan, so he had the feeling of it, which is how Saiyans work. Like, the just like Kale and Khalifa, right? Goku was fighting Kefla, and their power was rising based on their opponent's power. So the stronger their enemy was getting, the stronger they would become. So seeing his dad go Super Saiyan, he had the feeling in his body. He's seen him do it. So it was more of a, uh, a thing. But so if we say the potential system, the way it works, if we say that Gohan has a potential of, let's say, 250, Gohan would have a potential system of 225. Gohan has more potential, but it's not insanely more. And then we can say Vegeta has a potential system of 200. We're not going to sit here and act as if there's this giant gap between their potentials when literally the only reason Gohan has the power that he has now is because of all the help that he's had all the way up until now. And if you're going to say that, yeah, Gohan had help, no, Gohan learned everything that he did, right? Whereas what I'm talking about when I say Gohan had help is I'm talking about on Namek when the Grand Elder awakened Gohan's energy. I'm talking about the Z Sword when the Supreme Kai grabbed Gohan and took him to his place to pull this sword out, to then train with it, to then have Goku come there and be able to break that same sword that Gohan was having trouble with and also lift it way easier than Gohan did. Yeah. It took Gohan Super Saiyan 2 to pull the sword out of the stone. It took Goku base form to swing the sword around as if like the potential that we saw, like Gohan went from Super Saiyan 2 down to Super Saiyan 1 down to base, and he was still swinging it like Goku when Goku came and just grabbed the sword. Like Goku was swinging it like it was nothing when he first showed up. Well, obviously like it was something. He was swinging it like it was um like it weighed like a I don't know what to compare it to, but he was swinging it around like it was a baseball bat, right? Like you know how baseball players have weights on the end of their baseball bat to like find out what baseball bat they want to use. He was swinging it like that. So, and that's base. But Gohan had way more help because after the sword broke, that guy came out and did what to Gohan? Unlocked all of his what his reserved power or something like that. Like Gohan had his power unlocked twice. Goku's never had his power unlocked. So all this potential that Gohan has, ironically enough, still doesn't give him enough power to beat Goku. So, like, why do you guys care about his potential so much if it doesn't do much for him? Because so far the only reason his power actually did something was because he had somebody like Goku that he was trying to become stronger than, teach him how to become stronger than him. If you're if you're doing an if you're an underling to somebody, like if you're like if you want to be the fastest man in the world, having Usain Bolt teach you how to run is literally the best method of doing so, right? Literally the best method. If you want to be the greatest swordsman in the world in One Piece, having Dracula Mihawk teach you how to use swords is literally the best way to do it. If you want to be the best pirate king in the whole world, having the right hand man to the previous pirate king teach you is the way to do it. So, for Goku being the strongest Saiyan and having his son have quote unquote the most potential, if you want to be stronger than Goku, have Goku teach you. It's simple as that. Goku knows what it takes to be stronger than him. He knows what it takes. That's why even when Vegeta went into the hyperbolic time chamber twice, he still didn't come out stronger than Goku or Gohan, because Goku knows what it takes to be the strongest. But people just don't, like, they don't see that. They don't believe that. They just want to believe that Gohan is the strongest because Gohan was able to fight against Cell, when in reality he still would have died. It was only Goku's being in Gohan's head that made Gohan able to do the father son Kamehameha wave. Goku did that. Gohan was not going to fight all out. Gohan thought he was at his limit. So yeah, like get your stuff together. Get your facts together. Watch it all over again. Realize what's going on, and then make a informed decision on that. Especially, we're not gonna, like, I would never forget the fact that they wanted to replace Goku with Gohan, and they've done that up until now. But they realized that it was a bad decision, which is why they brought Goku back. Okay, so yeah, If you want to get rid of your main character, you would have to make a character that would be on par with that character in order for that character to disappear. When Naruto disappears, we would expect that his son would be able to take his place with the same amount of strength. We wouldn't expect him to not be able to hold his own, because that would mean any other person that comes to the village would just be able to kill everybody because now Naruto is gone. See what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into this.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm done with yesterday. Harder, harder. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. Oh, wait, I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm done with yesterday. Harder, harder.
All right, I'm finished with this picture of Goku. Sorry that the rant at the beginning of the video was so long, but sometimes you just got to let people know, like, the the situation, like what is actually going on, because people will be oblivious to specific things, and they won't even take new information into account when they're doing things. Like, yeah, there's a lot of power scalers out there in the world, but then there's a lot of people that are willing to say that Goku is a bad dad, but then in the same breath they're willing to say that Naruto's dad is a good dad. And if you're going to say that Naruto's dad is a good dad, but not say that Goku's dad is a good dad, you are completely high and oblivious to what is going on at all points in time. Because if you're going to say that, well, Naruto's dad is dead, so him not spending time with his son is not the same thing as Goku not spending time with his son because Goku is always training anyways. So let me enlighten you on something, okay? Goku training Goku at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, the way they depicted it was him going over to Master Roshi's house to introduce his son to his friends, which means that his son didn't know who these guys were prior to seeing them right then, right? So I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. So that was the first time that they saw him, right? And the way it was also depicted was like that was their first time seeing Goku for a while, right? Which means that Goku wasn't training with him, right? And this is the same Goku that didn't have instant transmission. This is the same Goku that didn't know about King Kai. So this Goku, his teacher would have still been Master Roshi, right? Okay. So that means Goku was spending time with his kid, right? That's what that would mean. The same thing would imply when we saw him knock down the tree and he knew where his son likes to play. He knows like the general area of where his son likes to play. Okay? So, there's that. And then what happened after that? Goku died. Goku died. When Goku came back, what did Goku do? He fought against the Saiyans. After Raditz, after he sacrificed himself for Raditz to kill Raditz, um, he died. He went to King Kai for a year. Took him 6 months to get there, 6 months to train, and a day to get back. Came back in a day, fought the Saiyans, then spent time with his son, training. His dad, and Piccolo both were training Gohan. Then hyperbolic time chamber around that area. Goku spent a lot of time with his son. A lot. A lot. Okay? I skipped some stuff, but obviously after the Saiyan saga, it was the Namek saga. So, and Goku was in the hospital, and then once Goku got out of the hospital, he went directly to Namek, saw everybody, saved everybody again, saved his kid from dying, you know. Um his son left, they went back to Earth. Then instant transmission, he learned instant transmission from, that island. Um, so I mean, if you want to like, if that time period of him spending time on their planet learning their techniques, you want to say that he could have been at home with his children, blah blah blah. Yeah, no. Um, Goku wants to get himself strong enough to protect what he loves, right? He loves his family, he loves the earth, but he also loves to fight. So if I can fight in order to protect these things, then I will do so. So he trains so these things can stay the way that they are. And then Goku dies trains his son to be able to fight Cell, to be the next him, so he doesn't always have to be there, right? He trains his son up to be the new powerhouse while he is gone, teleports away, blows up, so he's dead again. He's dead, but he spent a year training with his son. Well, not a full year. I think 3 months were missing from that year, but he spent that much time with his son, training him to be stronger than him. So Goku spends time with his son, more time than Naruto's dad spent with his son, and people want to say that he's the better father. Caposaurus Rex. Cap. Cap. The difference is Goku literally left Piccolo in charge of his son. It was his decision for Piccolo to do the training and all that. It was his decision. It was Goku's decision. He wanted that. He wanted Piccolo to take care of his kid. In every situation, in every facet of every situation, it was Piccolo. Always Piccolo. Okay? So he set up a babysitter. Naruto's dad did not do that. He just died and was like, my son will figure it out. All the hardship that my son go through, he'll figure that out. So you can't even compare the two. But if you're going to fix your lips to say that Naruto's dad is a better father than Goku, they got to be on the same tier of either really bad or really good. So you can't split up the two. So make up your mind, because I would never say that Goku is a bad father. But I would say that Naruto's dad is one. By that merit, right? I'm kidding, because I would definitely say that they're both good fathers. They both had good intentions for their actions. They sacrificed their lives for their kid. That's a good decision for their children. He gave his son power so his son can deal with all these hardships. And he didn't have to do it alone because his dad wanted him to befriend the monster inside of him. His dad wanted that for him. So his dad gave him a best friend for life. His dad sacrificed his life so his son didn't have to die. His dad sacrificed his life and also managed to seal up enough of his mother's energy and his energy in order for his son to see them later in life. Like, his dad is a good dad. People just want to say that, oh, well, if your dad isn't there, not a good dad. That's not always how that works. Like, kids can survive based off of the decisions of their fathers. Their fathers can lay out the groundwork for their kids to succeed. You don't have to be there in order for a kid to become better based off of the actions of their father. Yeah, there are fathers that, oh, I'm around, but then I go to jail, right? But that's circumstantial, right? Because we don't know what they did, right? We don't know what they did. But if you went to jail before knowing your kid, that's completely different, because you're not sacrificing anything for your kid, right? That's different. So not being around in that case is bad. Not being around for a good reason is way better. If your dad dies, would you say that he was a bad dad because he wasn't there? That's dumb. That argument is stupid. If you argue that, you are stupid just as much as that statement in itself. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't, let me know what I can do in the comment sections to make it better for you to watch next time. The glove is off. Peace, love. Thanks for watching.